Oh god, my quote. Oh god, my quote.
Also my whiskey. Mostly my whiskey.
No, what have I googled now?
This month's episode of How to Rob This is sponsored by Getting Drunk.
Oh, wouldn't it be amazing if Caden Heads could send us some whiskey?
Maybe we should talk to them. Okay, Nads, if you're listening.
This one's on you.
Yeah. Very good.
That is rather nice. Maybe we should rob Caden Heads.
Do they deserve it though?
Alas! I think in this case it's more of like, do we deserve it? Yes, we do. Check. We deserve the whiskey.
All right, fair enough. So, fiddle around a bit here. Okay, you ready to go?
I'm ready to go.
Down in 3, 2, 1.
It's a very difficult job, and the only way to get through it is we all work together as a team, and that means you do everything I say.
All this for a loaf of bread?
Well, then let them eat cake. And thus, welcome to How Do I Rob This, the podcast where we plan the perfect heist. My name is Sebastian. Kind of forgot my own name there.
That happens.
It's been a long day. With me, as always, is the AC to my DC, the purple to my rain, the penis to my enlargement.
Oscar Brown.
Thank you. And in case you are a first-time listener, this is how the show goes. One of us brings a topic, someone to rob, or something to steal, and then we just plan the perfect heist, as we are prone to do. Now, as always, we've got 3 rules. Number 1, we always have to get away with it. Number 2, we do not kill people. And number 3, we only steal from people that deserve to be stolen from.
Quite right.
Also, we have a public service announcement. If you have a suggestion, just please don't be shy. Send it in. We are at How Do I Rob This on all channels. So send us a tweet.
Because we want to rob your ideas.
Yeah. That's good. It's very good. We should have talked about that before the show. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good tagline.
Thank you.
I might steal that. Okay, yeah. If you have any suggestions, send them in via Instagram, via Twitter, via Facebook, via TikTok, even though we're not on TikTok yet. We're too old. I'm sorry.
Okay,
I
that's
haven't
fine.
interrupted you. It's your topic today. So.
Yes, it is my topic today. So are you ready for this?
I don't know, am I?
This time I even have a title.
Wow.
I know, right?
Good.
I've never had a title
pretty
before.
Good, pretty good.
Okay, so the title is Oil on Walnut.
Oil on walnut.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you want more quotes, by the way? It's mildly related, but I just want to see whether you ever get there. Sort of what I'm quoting. I'll start again. All this for a loaf of bread?
Is that Les Mis?
No. Interesting, though. Similar. I'm not worthless, and I don't have fleas. Okay, this last one should give it away. She thinks the monkey is the Sultan. You didn't watch
Okay, well, that sounds like Aladdin.
Yes, it is Aladdin.
It is Aladdin.
Amazing,
Okay.
well
so
done.
So stealing 3 wishes from the djinn.
That would be amazing. Not quite. So,
Walt Disney's
what
head.
do these 3 things have together? It has nothing to do with Disney.
Okay.
You know, I mean, they deserve to be stolen from as well. Right. What do these 3 things have in common? Oil on walnut, a luxury yacht in the Red Sea, King Louis XII, and $450 million.
What are they all? King Louis XII, the yacht, oil on walnut. Things that can be set on fire?
Or have their head chopped off, I suppose.
The yacht. Where? Wait, what was the thing again with the yacht?
It's just a yacht. It's a luxury yacht in the Red Sea.
Huh. They were all property of the Onassis family.
Not quite. There is a rich family involved in this, but a lot more rich than the Onassis family. Like the Onassis family wish they could buy sunglasses.
It's the Saudi Arabian royal family.
Yeah?
It
That's
is?
pretty good.
Really?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Okay.
That's why I chose Aladdin.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Okay. So, my friend,
Yes.
every great thief tries their hand at stealing art at some point. Salvator Mundi, we are stealing one of Leonardo DaVinci's most famous artworks from one of the world's most dangerous men.
I like that. I like the sound of that.
That's it. Salvator Mundi, one of the most famous. It's the most expensive painting in the world.
Okay, I
Do you need a picture?
Yeah, I
That's okay.
I think I probably do.
When you see it, you'll be like, oh.
Salvator Mundi, Salvation of the World? Oh, yeah, that makes sense, yes. Yeah, that's
Leonardo
Nickelback
da Vinci.
lead singer.
Yes, it is. It is.
Kurt Cobain.
It is. Wow, look at the double chin as well.
It's uncanny, the resemblance.
It is.
Making a weird finger. Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
And that's currently in possession of the Saudi Arabian royal family.
It is. I've just done very minimal research on it, but because basically I was like, right, what's the world's most expensive painting? We should steal it.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, we should also steal one from like someone who deserves it, and I don't want to just
Yes.
walk into, I don't know, some
Yeah,
sort
yeah.
of...
Because I do this thing with like the world's largest diamond, but that's just somewhere in a museum.
Yeah,
So-
which is boring. Which is
Yeah.
technically owned by someone, but
Yeah,
It doesn't really
If
matter.
it's in a museum, it's not morally
Exactly.
the right thing to do. Okay,
exactly.
anyway, so
And this
stealing a
one's
painting.
definitely not in a museum.
Yes, and it can definitely get us killed,
It can... I feel like this is the
or
most...
at least it's gonna have our hands chopped off.
Yes, this is the
It's
most...
hands or heads.
most dangerous one I think we've ever attempted. For some reason, I'm more afraid of them than I am of Trump, for example.
Yes.
Like Trump, I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, fair enough. Like they and FIFA, I believe they
That's
are
true, they're very
the
similar.
dangerous guys. I mean, even Heckler and Koch, they're probably bit too slow.
Yeah,
to
I
operate
don't
on
think
that.
so. I
No,
think they would
no.
take a lot of time deliberating.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry, the cross reference between FIFA is amazing, right? So this idea of during the World Cup when Putin and
Yeah.
that was of Qatar, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was Qatar.
And then also Gianni
Infantino.
Gianni Infantino when they were all
Yeah.
sitting next to each other. Like definitely that's a triumvirate of pain, and
Yes.
you don't want to get involved in that.
But it's funny, like how you have two dictators and then Vladimir Putin in the middle.
Yes. From what I know, they auctioned it for $450 million US.
Okay.
Um,
That's probably gone up in price.
It probably has gone up in price, but I think at the very least, it can be given to a museum.
Yes.
Um,
And then we'll just see whatever we take.
It's got a fascinating
spot, so.
history, but I need to research a little bit more about that so
Yeah,
I can
yeah,
tell more
fair
about
enough.
it. But it's the world's most expensive painting, and currently its whereabouts are a little bit unknown. It was supposed to be
Okay.
unveiled. It was bought and then to be unveiled at the new Louvre in somewhere in Saudi Arabia.
Is it like a McDonald's now? Like a franchise? You can just open a museum and then just be subsidized by Louvre.
You can. Well, it looks amazing. Like I think I'm not sure if it's in Abu Dhabi. It might be Abu Dhabi, but I'm not
Okay.
100% sure.
Yeah.
In any case, and since then, its presentation has been indefinitely delayed. Someone or other has
Spill their coffee on it.
has said like that the painting is in critical danger because no one knows where it is.
Yeah.
And to that, the royal family sort of came back saying like, no, don't worry, we know where it is. It's on our luxury yacht. Which is
Why?
of course. I
Yes.
mean, where else would you keep a 450?
Yes.
No, a priceless work of art, really. Like,
Yeah. I mean,
other than on a yacht. And I can tell you, now I own a yacht, and I
Yes.
promise you, it's a lot smaller and doesn't cost quite, a fraction of what their yacht.
but you
costs.
do have a beautiful gallery on the main deck.
Thank you. I do. But what I definitely do not keep on there, like I only keep photocopies, plastic laminated photocopies of my masters on the boat because everything is humid and wet.
Yes,
It
I mean
can't be the possible.
That makes sense if you're on water.
Right.
No, and I agree. That's absolutely ludicrous. Like if that were to be true, like that's just a power move.
Yes.
Going like I'm just going to buy the world's most expensive painting, just going to fucking ruin it,
Yeah.
and not even deliberately ruin it, just be super careless with it. Put it next to my priceless vinyls in the basement.
No, I have a disconnect when it comes to famous paintings, and that is I always associate very expensive paintings with size. And I'm like, well,
Yes.
you know, if it's the world's most expensive
It
painting,
must
it
be the
must be
biggest painting.
humongous,
Yes.
right? Because like it must be. But
Yeah.
then you see some of these paintings and they're very small. And I'm assuming the same applies to this one. I mean, his other works are also surprisingly small. So
I mean, we can do that in research. But like one interesting thing that I heard is that Mona Lisa only is so famous because it was stolen in the early 20th century.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
like before that, it wasn't that big a deal.
and
I
no one
would even
actually cared
argue
about it.
not that good at painting.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like I'm sufficiently able to judge. And then like sometimes I have to, you know, just get
Yes.
off the train when I read stories about like this, like giant paintings that are just one color, for example. But at
yeah.
least they're giant, which I can get behind. Like I'm
Okay,
all
yeah,
for
exactly.
that. I'm like,
it's not about quality; it's about
size.
quantity of
Absolutely.
canvas.
Like if
Yes.
I'm going to put a painting on a boat, it better dwarf my boat.
Yes, I mean clearly also paintings are measured in dollars per inch.
Yes, absolutely. And I mean, the dollars per inch on Salvator Mundi is going to be disappointing. Well, no.
No, actually, it's going to be crazy. I completely messed that joke up.
Yeah.
That's it. I do apologize to all art historians and comedy lovers out there. Okay. Before we go to research
Yes.
break, what's the title going to be? Because you said you had one.
Yeah. Oil on walnut.
Oh, that was all your title.
That was the
I'm
title.
sorry.
That's okay.
You might have to hard carry this episode.
It's been a long day.
Absolutely. Okay, we'll take a research
That's
break.
because it was painted with oil colors on walnut, just in case you're worried.
Walnut the wood or walnut the walnuts? Because if this is a painting on an actual walnut, then I'll go like 450 million, easily worth it.
Yeah, true, actually. I'm assuming I'll look this up still. I'm also going to look up paintings on actual walnuts because I'm into that now.
I know there's peanut carvings.
Peanut carvings. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So they must be walnut carvings. But I'm more into like the walnut shell, like the
Yes.
whole thing. Testicle art.
Beautiful, just beautiful. We'll be on research break, and we'll hear you after. Oh, I'm sorry. It's been such a long day.
Amazing. What is that sound?
That's behind the dishwasher.
Are you shitting me?
No, the water pipes go through this wall. And like his kitchen is right over there. We can knock on the wall if you like.
What will that do? I mean, I'm just worried about the listeners.
All right. Can I start with a quote?
You may start with a quote. I'm ready.
3, 2, 1. And we are back from our research break. So I'm just going to have to start this one off with a quote. The Guardian has previously reported on the growing trend for billionaires installing world-renowned masterpieces on their super yachts. And the quote from that article is, Pandora Matherlees, an Oxford-educated art historian and conservator, started giving lessons how to take care of art after a billionaire asked for help to restore a Jean-Michel Basquiat painting damaged not by sea spray but by breakfast cereal. His kids had thrown their cornflakes at it over breakfast on his yacht because they thought it was scary, Matherlees said, and the crew had made the damage worse by wiping them off the painting. So apparently it is a thing.
Wait, what exactly is a thing? Billionaire children that are brats? People wiping cornflakes off things once they've spilt? Because that seems like a thing. But what I'm finding out now is that when they hit a masterpiece, they should remain.
Yeah, no, lick them off.
Lick them off?
Yes. Just lick them off or tablespoon them off.
But not...
No, finish your cereal.
Yeah.
Breakfast is the most important meal of the day.
That's true.
For a painting.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Even for paintings. Or is it a thing that billionaires are keeping
Yes.
masterworks on their yachts?
It's
a terrible idea.
It's so dumb, but I'm so glad that it's true.
That it's a real
It's
thing.
so dumb.
It really is.
Yes. Like it makes no sense because from a point of view of exclusivity, it kind of makes a like that's a bold stance because you go like, well, I don't want anyone but myself to enjoy this.
But you're already on a super yacht.
Yeah, which by the way, in the case of in Mohammed bin Salman,
Yeah.
yeah, Mohammed bin Salman's defense, his yacht is 134 meters long. And I'm just going to presume he's a Firefly fan because his yacht is called the Serene.
Ah,
It's kind of nice.
that's the like most human connection I have to him.
Yes. I mean, he misremembered because it's Serenity in the show,
Yes.
but
But it's close enough.
Yeah.
5 points for effort.
Yeah, so I actually reckon it might be on the yacht.
Okay, well, let me tell you a little bit about this painting.
Yes, please.
So it might be a fake.
Same thing. I researched the same thing.
Okay.
And I believe that's important.
I think it is important, but there's a lot of backwards and forwards about
Yes,
whether it's a fake or not.
yeah.
But a quick overview of supposedly what this version is, right? It was painted for Louis XII because nothing says "I love you" like a picture of Jesus, and it was first sold
Maybe a dick picture of Jesus.
maybe that'd be quite good in 1649 for £30.
I mean,
it was
even-
sold to creditors.
Even in the 20th century, it was still sold for like a few thousand.
Yeah.
And then people painted over it heavily.
Yes, they painted over it, right? And I wrote down here, because I looked at one of the painted over versions, because it resurfaced, right? It changed hands between 1649 and, 1958. And it changed history like some sort of version of Downton Abbey and Game of Thrones mixed together. And then it resurfaced, and the pictures are amazing because it looks like somebody used the beauty feature of Face app on it and was like, I know how I'll make this look better.
Which, by the way, to all our listeners, I can highly recommend. No one can ever tell that you're using that.
No, never.
When your skin is so blurry, you
Yes.
can barely see your nose, just go for it.
Yeah.
No one can tell.
I mean, I use it all the
Yeah,
time.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't even let people look at me live unless it's through their phones.
I tend to blur my beard.
That's great.
I just wanted to have it be
That
like
shiny
this brown
feature.
mush.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mush. That's quite a word. That's, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to go away from there. And then basically it resurfaced, and after restoration, a lot of back and forth, it's been sold numerous times, anywhere from $10,000 US up until 450,000. No, 450 million.
0.3 million.
That's true.
Also, curiously, did you know who actually won the auction? Because it wasn't Mohammed bin Salman. It was
The Minister of Arts and Culture.
He wasn't before.
Oh, what was he then?
A guy.
What do you mean he was a guy?
He was a close friend to Mohammed bin Salman. And then after he bought the painting and gave it to his best mate, he was appointed culture minister.
That's pretty good.
It's a good recommendation letter for yourself.
Yeah. I mean, that is if you want to be the arts and culture minister.
Yes,
Personally, I could think of a lot of things that I would do with 450 million US dollars before I would buy anyone that painting.
Yeah,
never mind myself.
Maybe word of advice, also, dude, abbreviate your name, because it's Prince Badr bin Abdullah bin Mohammed bin Farhan Al Saud. Like, that's quite a mouthful.
But it's a good name.
Yeah, but just Prince Badr. Prince B.
Because unfortunately just Prince was already taken.
Yeah.
So,
Also the Sheikh, formerly known as Prince.
yeah.
Okay, but yeah, no, and he then got appointed to culture minister, so...
What a way of... I mean,
Yes.
I'm assuming
also
he still
very
had
heterosexual gift.
Yeah. I mean, it's a picture of Christ,
Yes.
which I'm not sure how religious they are, but a bit weird, right? Bit weird.
But I think he's a prophet in Islam.
Yeah, but like they were like, I will just get a picture of...
I honestly I don't think that even came into consideration. They were just looking at the price tag and were like, yep, that's the priciest one. I'll get that.
I guess it is by Leonardo DaVinci, right?
I mean, supposedly. Because like this contention has been going back and forth over the past few decades,
Right.
whether or not this is an original Da Vinci. With one expert, Dr. Bambach, was the one I found, quoting it's probably been manufactured by Giovanni Antonio Boltraffio, who was one of Leonardo da Vinci's assistants.
Right.
And Dr. Bambach, I think that she she went as far as saying, like, with all this contention going on, even for the museum, for the previous owner, it wasn't a good investment. And they didn't pay 450 million euros for it.
No.
Or $450 million. Also, it was supposed to go to the franchise Louvre in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
For the 500th anniversary of Da Vinci's death, which is this year.
This year?
Yes.
Is it really?
So, they have a big exhibition in Louvre this year,
Okay.
which might also come into play.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's pretty much
That's your research?
what I have. Yes. I mean, like, I feel like one way in could actually be to simply discredit the painting. Just bully it.
Just bully it?
Yeah.
What do you...
But, I mean, if it's not a Da Vinci, it's not worth $450 million. And if it's not worth $450 million, it's not worth a spot on the Serene.
No. But I feel like they'd hang anything up there for $450 million US.
Yes.
I mean...
Absolutely.
Isn't that the case? The fact that someone paid $450 million US for it
That
kind of
makes it worth it.
legitimizes it?
I reckon, yes. But
Or does $450 million US not a Da Vinci make?
I believe you also have to take into consideration its current value,
Yeah.
which I reckon now it would be a bit higher than $450 million.
Possibly.
Possibly.
Or nothing.
But, yeah, exactly. If it turns out to be just a fake.
Yes.
And simply a blatant fake, or simply not a Da Vinci, just a painting by one of his random assistants. Then it's
Well,
not
then it
going
goes
to be
back
worth.
down to £50 again,
Yes,
right?
exactly. And then you don't want to keep it on your super yacht. It's only 134 meters long, and space is limited.
That's true.
Just, I mean, use it for your cereal if all you want, but
So, do you think they would? They would just scrunch it up and throw it away? Or do you think they would just be like, remove this from my eyes, it pains my eyes?
I believe that is a very likely scenario, yes.
The scrunching?
No.
Or the painting of the
remove
eyes.
I don't even want to see this. I believe they would actually have someone take care of that job.
They would have someone whose eyes would be burnt.
No.
Like, they wouldn't even look at it. They would hire someone who looks at ugly things for them to decide
Yeah.
whether they should look at it.
Yeah, who just goes around like, okay, what's too cheap today? Like,
Yes.
what in this hotel is too cheap?
And
for
then
Bin
that's got to
Salman's
go.
eyes? Yes.
Yeah.
Gets burned right down.
Do you think they would just get rid of the whole yacht?
Sink the whole thing.
Who's driving this thing? Right.
What
And then
Italian designer Fianceri? It was like a specifically designed yacht.
a specifically designed
Yeah,
yacht.
I
But I
think
mean,
so.
the whole thing's basically worthless now because, I mean...
Also, I believe like saying it's a yacht is a bit misleading. It's a ship.
It's a ship. Okay, so imagine you're cruising around in your little dinghy on the Red Sea, right? And the embarrassment of someone
Yes.
recognizing your little troop carrier as the one that has a cheap fake painting on
Yeah.
it, I think it'd have to
No.
be sunk.
Absolutely.
Not even sold. It would have to be sunk.
Sink the thing instantaneously. Take the helicopter off and let the crew die on board. As they all deserve.
No one must know.
Yeah.
It's probably already happened, hasn't it? I mean, we're joking, right?
Yeah,
but it's
yeah,
like
but
I mean, like, has anyone seen this boat
No.
recently?
Yeah. So the painting for now is gone. The boat's somewhere in the Red Sea.
Quick side note.
Yes.
So when I was in Italy now, I went to an exhibition for Leonardo DaVinci, which kind of makes sense now that I'm like, they were like, oh, anniversary. Like, now I get it.
Yeah.
And he did some pretty amazing things. I don't know if you've heard or read of his giant bronze horse statue that he wanted to make.
No.
It's pretty... he had to design whole furnaces to have this because he wanted to cast it all in one
Yes.
huge giant piece. And like, he had to create this whole like giant thing to make this giant horse. And we're talking like a huge horse.
Did he ever complete this?
No, unfortunately he didn't.
What if we did? What if he did?
What if we did?
Freudian slip. What if we did? What if the giant horse resurfaced? A true masterpiece.
It would be a true
Worthy of a
masterpiece.
super yacht.
That is I think
I believe also
you're going to need a bigger boat.
there's historical precedent
Yes.
for people hiding inside a horse.
There's a lot. I mean, this story is not unknown. That's
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah. Yeah. There's something about that.
Should we?
I think there needs, it would need to surface in Italy somewhere, right?
Yes.
But
he's driving a yacht, so he can just take it there.
yes, absolutely. No, but I mean for it to be authentic, right? Like
Yes.
where it turns up. Because basically the way he constructed this thing was there was this whole furnace, and it was buried underground, the mold, and then all the copper came flowing into it, and then it was never completed. Which really plays in a way, because if someone just digging somewhere randomly and
Yes.
comes across a humongous giant copper horse, I mean, no one's going to be like, oh my God, what is this? Everyone will know.
Yeah.
Everyone will know. The problem is, I need to...
How do we make a copper
I need
horse?
to reiterate, because this was a feat of engineering back then. Like, I mean, Leonardo da Vinci
yes.
was a genius.
I'm just gonna, while you speak, I'm just gonna Google the copper horse. Is it copper or is it bronze?
Oh, it could be bronze, yeah.
I mean, it's a giant.
Either
I'll just
way-
Google Da Vinci giant horse.
Either way, I'm sure there's a racehorse called Da Vinci somewhere that's like won the Kentucky Derby.
Leonardo's horse.
Yes.
The sculpture was commissioned by the Duke of Milan.
Yes.
You want to like the sound of that?
So the great thing is, all the copper was sold,
Yes.
or bronze, or whatever it is. It was all collected, it was all ready to go, and then a war broke out, and then they needed it for cannons.
Pity.
I know, right?
Just frighten the enemy with a giant horse.
It works every time. What the hell? I am worried about the size and the amount of copper that would be required for this. I mean, people in poor countries steal copper cabling
Yes.
because
And I recently bought copper pipes for a coat hanger.
proper copper pipes
Proper copper pipes. They are expensive.
for a coat hanger.
Yes.
Why did you need proper
because
copper for a coat hanger?
I wouldn't have needed proper copper, but copper was like a cheap alternative to
what? You
long
were like,
steel pipes.
okay.
It's
Oh, so you
That's
mean
it.
more like an entire the actual hanging part,
Yes.
and not
No,
not a
no,
coat
the-
hanger.
no.
Okay, because I thought maybe
no,
you
like-
needed for like a specific shirt, you needed a non-reactive
sorry.
metal to hang on.
No, for the coat rack.
Okay.
Okay, I can't actually find the dimension of the horse, but like it has to be huge.
It
Like,
is huge.
Would have to be.
So, okay, let me quickly just run through idea, because
Yes.
maybe we can then jump into a research break here. What you're saying is someone's going to uncover a huge giant copper horse
Yes.
and going to be like, this is a Da Vinci. And then
Yes.
basically he's going to come cruising over there on like full steam ahead with
Yes.
his yacht and be like, please take off this piece of shit
Yes.
painting from me. Give me the copper horse. I need it. I need it right now.
Pretty much.
And then we'll do a switcheroo.
I mean, again, like if we go full Odysseus style, we can just hide inside the horse,
So we give him the horse first.
climb out at night,
Right.
take the painting,
Right.
hide the painting inside the horse. Okay, here's where it gets a bit tricky.
He
'Cause
can
I was
keep
like,
the horse.
if we then
Yes.
somehow distribute the news, the horse also a fake. It's another boat.
then he's just gonna
boat
get rid of the whole
Yeah,
thing.
he's just gonna dump the horse into
Into the
the
Mediterranean
ocean,
somewhere. Yeah. But that motherfucker's gonna sink. Like, I'm not an
Yeah,
expert
that's-
in marine dynamics, but that guy's gonna sink.
that has just occurred to me. Yeah. Okay. But I kind of like the giant horse plan. Because it
we
includes a
definitely-
giant horse.
Yes, definitely. I mean, the tricky thing is gonna be getting out of a full copper cast horse.
I think we're gonna have to use the copper arsehole.
And on that note,
Research break.
research break. Right. What are you googling? The dimensions of the copper arsehole and
I guess I'll be googling copper arseholes.
I'm sure it's a thing.
Really keen to see what you've got. So I just got a couple of random bits on the horse.
Okay, and we're back in 3, 2, 1.
And we are back from our research break.
And we have a problem.
Yes, which is?
Well, people have already made this horse.
Oh, that. I thought we discussed this on air.
No.
Okay. So there are 2 full-size copies of it.
2 full-size copies.
Yes. One in Milan.
Right.
The other one somewhere in the US.
Okay.
I didn't even look that up because that feels irrelevant. So there was an artist by the name of Charles Dent who wanted to complete this, but then died before he could. And I believe a Japanese artist by the name of Nina Akuma. She completed it. That and also a few like smaller replica versions.
Right.
But like her magnum opus was the full-scale Da Vinci horse, which is 7.3 meters high, made of bronze, and weighs 15 tons.
15 tons.
Yes. That's a lot. That's heavy. Also bear in mind...
Is it hollow on the inside?
Yes, it must be. Yes, it is. Because, and I also looked this up, a cast has been made.
Oh, they already
for
have
the
a cast.
full-size version.
That is useful.
Yes, because, I mean, bronze, it's nice. But is that worthy of Mohammed bin Salman?
No.
Solid gold?
Wow.
Can we convince him to buy the cast, make his own full-size Da Vinci horse from solid gold, and maybe even put it on a different yacht? Because as it turns out, in 2017 the Serene took significant damage.
Before or after they had Da Vinci's painting on board?
I think that was before.
Okay.
I mean, again, it wouldn't surprise me if it had been after. It was somebody who just
You mean they used it to plug the
cereal
hole,
on
right?
it.
Like,
Yeah.
significant
wipe the
damage,
fluid
as in like, is it no longer afloat?
It hit the ground.
Hit the ground running?
Yes. No, like it apparently, like, due to a mix of technical and navigational errors,
Right.
it actually scratched the bottom of the ocean, of the Red Sea.
Okay, what does that have to do with a full-scale replica horse?
Because also it's been previously owned. Don't you think? Okay, so here's the thing. It cost 500 million.
Right.
Wouldn't you want a better yacht for your better Da Vinci?
I mean, it should actually be the crowning feature of the boat, right?
Yes.
The whole thing should be designed around.
Yes. You want everyone to see the giant golden horse.
Look at my giant golden horse. Love my giant golden horse. Be the giant golden horse.
I mean, nothing else makes sense,
No, that's true.
really.
So you're saying there's no way of having it be discovered and people believing it to be a Da Vinci? It seems like a stretch.
Yes, I believe what could be discovered still
Yes.
would be Da Vinci's original cast. Like that I would buy. The original horse...
Very unlikely.
difficult, but the original cast... I mean, but even if we use a Camus cast...
Yes.
That has been designed after Da Vinci's plans. So...
You think no one would know?
I mean, they bought a Da Vinci that might not be a Da Vinci for $450 million US. I don't think they care.
Why don't we remain true to the legend of the giant horse with people inside, right?
Yes.
Why don't we just charter a boat, a ship, we'll need a ship, with a giant gold horse on it, and just point it in the direction of wherever the yacht is, because we're still assuming the boat is there, and they just happen across this eerily ghostly huge giant horse, and then he's like, good morning, while he's sipping his good morning coffee.
A ship named the Da Vinci.
Yeah. It comes out of the mist, and then he's like, I need myself some of that. And then he brings it on board. And, that's when we continue with the plan. Because that's part of the legend. The legend is that it sort of arrives there, and people don't know where it comes from, and then they bring it in. It's like vampires. You have to invite it into your house.
Yes. I mean, everything else also would be impolite.
Yes,
to
absolutely.
rob someone who didn't invite you. Also, like, this is just a fun fact.
Yes.
So, Prince Salman's ship, if you were to guess under which flag it currently sails, what would you say?
The Maltese flag.
No, it's Bermuda.
Bermuda, of course, the other tax haven.
Incredible. But isn't Saudi Arabia already a tax haven in and of itself?
I didn't realize it would have a tax issues.
Yeah, I mean, he's the...
Like,
He's
doesn't he
the
tax
one-
himself? Like,
Yes.
does he tax himself?
Well, I mean, apparently he's taxing himself harsher than the Bermudas do.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
He's doing a lot of things wrong. Do you want to know an interesting fun fact? I did some calculations.
Yeah.
Because I was
All right,
interested.
good.
Like,
yes.
So-
how much we'd pay for our own sculpture of the giant horse?
No, actually, I was more worried about putting someone inside there and then how they would get out of the horse, right? And you
Yes.
mentioned the only way they can get out is, of course, through the giant horse anus.
Yes.
And I was thinking, like, okay, well, how big would that need to be, right?
Yes.
And, well, I did some quick calculations, and in order for it to still be
Anatomically correct.
anatomically correct and to scale, it would have a diameter of 26.5 centimeters. Don't ask me how I got to this solution.
Yes.
I got there. Can you squeeze through 26.5 centimeters? It's very slight.
Yes. But wouldn't it stretch?
It
Not if it's made.
Not if it's
a
made of
bronze
solid gold.
solid-
Yeah.
Or gold. Yes.
Yeah. It would, but I think that's apparently it's close to its maximum
Okay.
expansion.
Yes.
So I'm just saying, to everyone's great disappointment, and it's specifically to Da Vinci's because he was
Yes.
very anatomically correct, we're just going to have to build a large anus horse.
Yes. We're gonna need a larger asshole.
Yes, we will.
Well, it's either that or, like, I'm terrible at chemistry, but gold is really soft, isn't it?
But not flexible.
No, but we could just kick and push ourselves out.
I don't
Or cut
think
ourselves
so.
out with any other metal than gold.
Oh, you mean it's time to unpack the hand flex?
I think if we just had a pocket knife, we'd be fine.
I don't think so.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think so. I think it's more solid than you think. Like, it's bendable as in, like, you can mark it with your fingernail,
Yes.
but you can only mark it, like, and you have
Okay.
to still
All
exert.
right. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
We're just going to build a giant anus.
Yes.
Like that
Bigger.
would always be plan A.
Yes, I agree.
Okay. So, charter a boat.
Yes. A ship. It's going to have to be
Yes.
a ship. Let's not kid ourselves. Make a giant copy. I mean, a giant mold. Are we going to get the mold?
Okay, well, first of all, yeah, we're just going to have to call up Nina Akamu.
I think she would understand.
Absolutely. She's an artist. Like, this
She's
is
a huge
essentially an
artist.
art
This
project.
whole thing is a piece of performance art.
Also, we can rescue Da Vinci.
Yeah.
I mean, that painting is at risk of being hurt by cereal.
I think she would get involved. I think she would do it for the publicity alone. I mean, we could make her the mastermind of the whole thing, which is great because that gets us out of it.
Yeah, well, fair enough.
Do you think we could convince her to go up the horse's anus and do the whole thing, and then we just collect the painting at the end?
No.
Is that...
I think she's also too old by now.
Oh,
Because
yes, that's the
when
thing.
she completed...
We can get a little ladder.
Yeah, but still, you want to have someone more nimble on the sheets.
Okay,
but,
fine.
Um,
Because it's not like the painting's huge that she needs to maneuver out of it.
yes. Do you happen to know the dimensions of the painting?
I looked it up, but I've forgotten.
Okay.
But it's less than 50 centimeters in length.
Wow, that's... Okay, yeah, that's...
It's
not very-
pathetic,
yeah,
actually.
it's not a very big painting.
No, like, I mean, just from the, the size, I'm sure we were able to convince him to take anything else, because
Yes.
why would you have that on your boat? It's
Yeah.
pathetic.
Get a giant golden horse.
Yes.
Like, what's wrong with you?
I mean, people see that picture and they immediately
Yeah.
equate that with the size of your penis.
Also, if you spill cereal on the golden horse, just wipe it off.
Just wipe it off. Easy peasy. We can get the guy who does, like, the commercials for, like, cleaning carpets and that sort of thing. He can
Yes.
be there and, like,
yeah,
explain.
make it like an infomercial.
Yeah,
I like that,
absolutely.
yeah.
Clean your giant golden horse. I mean, it's a great opportunity for him. He'll probably end up working there forever.
Yeah.
He'll be in charge of cleaning the giant golden horse.
Which, to be fair, is a good job. Like, if you like horses and gold.
And to get to see the world. I mean, you're on a luxury yacht. You get to
Yeah.
travel around the world. I don't think you want to be part of the crew that runs it aground.
No.
I don't think that goes
I mean-
down so well.
Yeah. But then again, like, I don't think it actually matters to Bin Salman. I believe it would take him, like, months to figure out what actually happened. Like, he'd be back in Saudi Arabia and then back on the boat a couple of times. And then at some point he'd be like, I feel like something's missing.
Yeah, we're in a dry dock and having it repaired. Like, that's weird.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, that. Also, where's the giant thingy? Snake? Cat? Whatever.
What was it? The big giant thing. The huge,
Yeah.
the Monet.
I mean, I don't imagine that Da Vinci is the only painting on board that yacht.
You don't think so?
No.
You mean he's also got like a nice couch or something?
Yeah. A DVD collection of Friends.
But like
Vintage.
unopened.
Yeah.
Yeah,
On
originally.
vinyl.
They've never been seen. He owns an episode of Friends that's never been seen
Yeah,
by
a
anyone.
special episode directed by David Schwimmer, only for him.
Oh, absolutely. I'd watch that.
Rachel wears a hijab.
I'd still watch it. Okay.
Okay.
Back to
Yes,
serious
yes.
business here.
So,
We're getting a yacht. No, we have to get the mold.
Yes.
Right, and she's taking part. She's down
Yeah.
with this.
She
Right?
also has the website. We don't even need to call her. We can just send her an email.
Absolutely.
Very convenient. We get the cast. Then we actually sculpt the horse? Like, do we actually get the solid gold? And
It's gonna cost a lot of money.
yeah.
Like a lot of money.
Yeah.
I mean, how many tons does it weigh?
15 in bronze.
15 tons in bronze.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, we'll have to do a calculation, but
Yeah, but it's...
I mean, the 15, that's a lot. That's
Yeah.
15,000 kilograms.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
times 1,000 euros roughly. Is that 1.5 million?
Do you say 15,000? 15,000 times 1,000?
Yeah.
No, that's... I'm sorry, it's so late. for
We're
me.
gonna have to do it in a research.
But I
book,
believe
right?
it's like more like 150 million.
150 million.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, okay, we can't do it in gold.
Like we couldn't do 15 million either, to be fair. 1.5 million, reasonable.
Okay, so we basically have to go to her and be like, listen, we need a gold-plated horse. Because we're too skint.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
to bring this full circle,
yes.
how about we make it out of walnut wood
Yes.
and then gold-plated?
Fair enough, yes. That sounds reasonable. I mean, all the trophies we stole thus far were only gold-plated.
Yeah, that's true.
And no one fucking cared.
No. And he won't know the difference.
No.
I mean, he might, if he lifts it up, he'll be like, interesting.
But even if it's only gold-plated, like it's
gonna be
probably
heavy.
still weigh a couple of tons, so...
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I believe at the point where it's like you can't lift 3,000 kilograms all the same, like you can't lift 15,000.
Right. And
It does not matter.
and if we hang like a little, like a
tag on it.
tag on
Yes.
it with the weight, no one's going to
Yeah.
check it.
Yeah.
Right? No
I
one's
mean,
going to be like, let's get a
I'll
giant
put this
scale.
on a scale.
Yeah.
I've been on a scale today. I'm heavier than I thought.
Yeah.
Interesting side note. Old age, it'll get to you.
Okay. So who's going to make it? Do we know a wood carver? Do you know wood? Can you carve wood? Can we make it out of
Okay. Maybe even
Euro
simpler.
pellets?
Why don't we just gold plate the cask? The cast.
Well, because it's a cast.
So?
Well, I mean,
Oh no, it's an inside cast from what I've seen.
it's an inside cast.
I mean, that's what it looked
What
like.
does it even mean?
I
mean, the way I understand a cast works,
in,
right?
in two parts. No, you're absolutely right. But
Like it's big blocks, right? And
when I
then,
look at the master model, oh no, it's just the master model. Okay,
well, can we just
hang on,
paint? them?
enlarging and casting. Yeah, well, I mean, no, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Casting is not something that we do that often anymore.
Yeah, but we can't cast wood.
No, can we not?
No.
We can make meat from not meat. Why can we not cast wood?
I don't think it can melt wood,
Yes.
which would have to be liquid wood. Very rare.
It would be great, though. Liquid wood. You just...
Absolutely, yes.
I'd buy that. Anyway.
How about Play-Doh?
No, it has to be wood. It has to be walnut wood.
But then we need to carve the wood.
So it can't look more like the actual original Trojan horse, which was kind of like, I'm sure they didn't get DaVinci to make it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure it wasn't an anatomically correct. It was more like a couple of old bits of boat stuck together, and people were like, "Oh, that's kind of a horse. That's a horse."
Funnily enough, like that movie theater here, like the new one that's opened right next door.
No, I don't know that.
It's Mercedes-Benz Platz.
Okay,
They have a replica of the Trojan horse from Troy.
the movie.
Yes,
Okay, does it look like a horse?
it looks like the Trojan horse from Troy.
And that's also like, it looks like it's made out of ship driftwood, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we should just take that one.
Well, we can easily gold plate that one.
Yeah, and then we can tell him it's the Trojan horse from Troy.
Yes, in gold.
In gold. like, best movie ever.
Yes, certainly.
The only thing that's not in it is Brendan Fraser. That
True.
would have made it pretty good.
Yes.
Who would... Okay, if you had to put Brendan Fraser in Troy, who would he play?
Do I cut one of the other characters?
You can't just randomly add a character. He can't just be in there and like, who's he playing? He's playing Brendan Fraser.
There's a couple of characters missing from the Iliad, but let's not get technical.
Yes.
It hurts me to say that because I love Sean Bean's performance in this.
Yes.
But Brendan Fraser has to be Ulysses.
He could be, but he could also be Troy's brother. Or his the uncle. Oh no, he's not his uncle. His cousin.
Did you say Troy's? Who's Troy?
I meant Achilles.
Oh, Patroclus.
Yes.
Yes. Not as his cousin, though. Then they'd have to be lovers.
As
they
lover,
are,
that would be
yes,
amazing.
yes.
That would be
Brendan
amazing.
Fraser, absolutely. Yeah. That has to make a deep fake of that if you can. Yes.
I will.
Okay.
I'll get right on it. Okay, so we're just for ease of reference, we're going to take the one from outside here.
Yes.
When we were right next to the river, we'll load that thing up. We'll gold plate it on the way.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's going to be a journey until we are at the Red Sea, right?
Well, I'm actually busy researching this right now, as you might know.
I know, yes.
So we can either go the long way around through the English Canal, or we
Yes.
can go through the canals of Europe and come out right in the middle in the
let's do that
Mediterranean. And it's a nicer route. It does take a while, though. We'll need about 2 months. But either way, we might need 2 months to get around the other side as well. It's going to take a while. We're going to take probably about 3 months to get there. So that's what I'm saying is that's enough time to gold plate.
That's more than
wooden
enough
horse.
time to go and gold plate a wooden horse. We can gold plate the entire ship in that
Have
time.
you ever? We probably should. No, too much. But we can paint the ship gold just to add to the effect.
That's a long heist. It's going to keep us busy for 2 months. But okay.
No, well, I mean, we can have a crew who does it.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
So let's just assume he's got his... What is the ship called again? Misery? Serene. Close enough.
Yes.
Parked around Marseille, somewhere on the French coast, the French Riviera, just so we don't have to go all the way to the Red Sea to have a chat to him. And when we come out of the canals with this canal boat, it's a canal boat now, it's not a ship, it's painted gold.
Yes.
It's going to look amazing, right? And there's a giant, a medium-sized gold-plated wooden horse on there, and we're inside it. Are we both inside? Do you think we could both fit inside? Easily?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, if it is hollow, if the replica isn't just...
It will be. We've got time to hollow it out. And then, that should be enough to get his attention, right? Or do we need to tell him that this is a gift for him?
I mean, maybe.
I think it should be a gift to him. I think on the gift card it should say to What's his name again?
Mohammed.
To Mohammed.
Yes.
And then
most common first name in the world.
And in the card it'll say, "Don't look a gift horse in the mouth."
Yes.
So we double bluff him with that, and he'll be like, "That's amazing."
Yeah.
And it should come from Suki. No, what's her name?
Nina Akamu.
Nina Akamu. And he'll be like, "That's great, that name rings a bell." And then
Yes.
he'll do like a quick Wikipedia and be like, "Nina Akamu, that's amazing. That's like a DaVinci horse." And then he'll look and he'll go over, right? He'll row over in his platinum dinghy.
Yes.
And he'll come on board and he'll have like a little sign on there. And the sign will be like, "I weigh fuck tons."
Yes.
And he'll be like, "I need this."
Yeah. And he'll be like, yeah, I know.
Because he talks to
I'm
himself.
a man of the world. I'm sure he does.
I'm sure he does too. So he then has he can't crane it on board to his yacht.
No.
But in the area, I'm sure there will be cranes that can crane it on board his
Helicopters.
yacht. Helicopters, many.
Helicoptered on board. Yeah.
We'll need a helicopter that's attached to a helicopter that's attached to Rock the Dwayne Johnson, attached to the Golden Horse to lift it onto his yacht.
Yeah.
I just called him Dwayne the Rock, didn't I?
But that's his name.
Oh. I didn't say Rock the Dwayne.
That's
it doesn't
Rock
matter.
the Casper you're thinking of.
Okay. So we managed to lift this thing, like the helicopter's lifted on board.
Yes.
They all go nighty-night. We come sneaky out.
Yes.
We get Salvator Mundi.
Yeah. And then we're stuck on a yacht.
And then we're stuck on a yacht, on board the yacht of the most dangerous man in the world.
Yes. Well, I mean...
Helicopter?
That...
Oh, you know what?
Yes.
We can call the ADAC Plus Mitglied, right? And they can helicopter us out. They will come and get us. They will take us back to Berlin for treatment.
I was thinking we're just going to spill cereal all over the horse. And thus make it worthless.
That is so evil.
And he'll just toss it overboard because now it's ruined.
It is ruined. And wait,
And as it isn't as heavy as we claim it is, it actually
it's going to
floats.
sink slower.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still going to sink.
Yes, but I mean, slow enough for us to crawl out of the anus.
Will there be scuba diving equipment on board?
Yes.
Like inside?
Why not?
Okay, scuba diving equipment. Okay,
Also,
we're going to need like a Tupperware for the...
Yeah, that's what I just thought of. I mean, I kind of like the idea of a huge Tupperware.
Yeah, absolutely. A big water... I don't want to just go with like a black plastic bag or something.
No, or like a suitcase, a waterproof suitcase.
But we can put it in a black plastic bag and then into the Tupperware.
Yeah.
I mean, safe is safe. So the whole thing goes overboard. We're inside, scuba equipment, happy days. And then we come swimming out. I mean, we're buoyed up by the Tupperware. Yeah.
Because it's got to be like a huge piece of Tupperware.
Not really.
No, we also need to store our food inside.
We don't have to take off. Like once we're in
But
the
we
water
stay
again.
overnight. We at
Underwater?
Least, no, but we need to at least have dinner inside the horse.
Yes, but I mean, so right, we have a Tupperware, right?
Yes.
You put food inside. And,
Okay, you take
and
the
then you
food
take
out
the
and
food
then
out
put the
again.
pickle in.
Exactly. We don't need to.
Okay, fair enough.
Also, yeah. Anyway.
I know. Also, we have the cereal.
Oh, there's a lot of cereal. You don't think they've got cereal on board?
I'd rather bring my own cereal.
Okay.
I don't trust Mohammed bin Salman's taste in cereal.
Do we need a lot of cereal, though?
I guess we do. Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to need a couple of Tupperwares of cereal.
Yeah. I mean, again.
And
huge
milk?
Tupperware for the painting. Yes, and milk.
And milk.
I mean, just spilling cereal on something.
No, it doesn't stick
Doesn't
well.
do the damage you.
What would be your cereal of choice?
Just like a muesli kind of guy. But for maximum spillage, it would be Fruit Loops or cinnamon. What are the cinnamons called? Cinnamon buns?
The cinnamon pillow things?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know those little, the packs that come, like there's like 8 of them
Yeah.
in one? The small ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The hotel size.
Yeah, I mean, then you can just get like all the flavors. Or,
Yeah.
I mean, I would go for Frosties. Because then like you've got like a frosted horse.
Also, they're sugary.
They're
and
sugary. That
sticky.
shit gets everywhere.
Fruit
That's
Loop.
horrible.
Fruit Loops
Fruit
also,
Loops is
though.
that. Yeah. Okay. So Fruit Loops and Frosties.
Yes.
Okay. And milk, I don't mind. Full cream, low fat.
Yeah,
don't
certainly. And
mind.
if one of them is lactose intolerant, all the better, because we're just
Yeah.
going to cause huge chaos.
Oh, it will be.
Because they'll be
terrible.
shitting themselves.
Yes.
Literally.
Yes. So we come out of the horse. I mean, we're thrown overboard with the whole horse.
Yes.
We disappear.
Yeah.
The boat disappears. We come out. And then we waltz on shore.
I mean, can't we still get on our old boat? The one we chartered?
And painted gold.
What's happened to that in that scenario?
I think there's going to be a lot of anger. I don't think we should be
Okay.
like that. That one's going to definitely happen.
Yes.
And then we come on shore, and then how do we get rid of it?
Oh, the painting.
Yeah.
Well, of course we could donate it to the museum.
Do you really trust a museum, though? Funny.
Also,
you know what? Funnily
it's not
enough,
original.
funnily enough.
Yeah.
So before I owned a priceless DaVinci,
Yes.
I looked at museums as institutions of good and for the public and everything. And
Yeah.
that. Now that I own a DaVinci, I suddenly don't trust them anymore.
Fair enough.
So, I mean, which museum would you really trust with your priceless DaVinci?
Only a billionaire philanthropist with a yacht. So I think we should sell it to someone with a better yacht than Bin Salman.
That's huge. So, quick research break on that.
Yes.
We'll put together all the costs.
Yeah, and then we'll be...
I'm a
back with
boat
the
guy.
house
I'm
and
going to choose the boat.
Okay, fair enough. Yes. Then I'll choose the cereal and the milk.
Perfect.
Oh, we've already chosen the cereal. All right, after the research break, we'll be back.
You're knackered.
I'm so beyond wasted. Like, it's been such a tiring day. I'm doing my best holding together, but that's all good. It's no good. All right, thank you. 3, 2, 1.
And we are back from our last research break of the episode. So, what have you got?
Well, there's going to be a bidding war about who's going to buy this, because if we're only judging by who's got the biggest boat and
Yes,
the most expensive boat.
I believe is a reasonable metric to go by.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
Now, there's two people, one of which you know and the other one you don't know.
is one of them Bill Gates?
No. Bill Gates actually rented Serene.
I know.
Yeah.
That's why I thought he.
But he obviously
might have
didn't
gotten
like it. Yeah.
Something better. One of them I know, but it's not Elon Musk, is it?
No, I don't think he does boats.
Huh.
Yeah. Anyway, they're both ridiculous. So here, you ready for this one?
Sure.
The first one you know, it's Russian billionaire Roman Abramovich.
Ugh. Yes.
Yeah, and his boat Eclipse, right? This thing's crazy. It's only for 24 guest cabins, 2 swimming pools, several hot tubs, and a disco hall, not to mention the 2 helicopter pads, 3 launch boats, and a mini submarine capable of submerging up to 50 meters underwater. Furthermore, for maximum security, the Eclipse is fitted with intruder detection system and a missile defense system. Right?
Okay.
For sheer extravagance, he's going to win that one. Right? Which is only eclipsed by a Thai businessman. I'm not sure who that is.
He probably also owns 2 or 3 English football clubs.
Probably. So, gold and platinum used on board this boat.
What's the name of him?
His boat?
Yes. No,
History Supreme.
Okay, History Supreme.
I know, right? So he has, on board his boat, he has 100,000 kilograms of gold and platinum.
100,000.
100,000 kilograms.
What?
Just spread out all over the show. So they adore the entirety of the boat, right from the base of the vessel, coated in a thin layer of solid gold, to the dining area, deck rails and staircases, and, of course, the anchor. The anchor, yes. Okay, but
We should just steal this guy's anchor.
Are you ready for this? Because if anyone's going to want a huge, giant, gold-plated horse,
Yes.
it's this guy. One of the most outstanding features of this magnificent super yacht is the master bedroom. It boasts a wall feature made from meteorite rock and a statue model made from genuine Tyrannosaurus Rex bones. And a huge 68 kilogram, 24 karat gold Aquavista panoramic wall aquarium.
Okay, so it's owned by a man named Robert Kuok.
Yeah. It's the most ridiculous thing. Just imagine that bedroom.
I'm just going to go out on a limb and say his name is pronounced Robert Cock. Because why wouldn't it be? I believe Abramovich has lost this one.
Right?
Because I can't, in all earnestness, sell this painting to a man who doesn't transport a metric shit ton of gold and platinum and a giant T-Rex boner all across the world.
But imagine
on his yacht.
lying on his bed, right? You're lying on his bed, and in front of you is a giant T-Rex.
Yes.
Right? And to your right is a huge gold-plated Aquavista aquarium, whatever the fuck that is, right? And to your left, and obviously there's something missing on the left, is a giant model of Da Vinci's knockoff cheap gold-plated horse.
I believe at some point we're going to have a sequel of this episode.
Oh, wait, no. The giant horse is not there.
No, but
It's the painting. We're selling him the
Yes.
painting. Sorry, just to keep
I'm sorry,
it
I
right.
was just so deep in thought because
Yes.
we need to steal this yacht.
Yes, we do need to
Like,
steal
there's
this.
no way we'll get around.
But we're
not
going to sell
stealing
him the
histories
painting
of it.
first.
Yes.
Okay.
Because then we can steal the painting back. on the yacht.
Exactly.
All right, yeah, fair enough.
This painting pays twice. But yes, he's the most likely to buy it.
Also my favorite Bond film that this painting pays twice.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah. We'll just, guess we can just sell it to him. I mean, something we looked into because this time we're not getting a nice suit. It's just gold body paint.
Yep.
So I'm actually going to say if we paint the entire thing gold, it's
Yeah.
going to pay more.
What?
Just add a bit of gold to the painting. You have a steady hand?
Yeah.
Just add a bit of gold
To what?
to the painting.
No.
What?
No.
He'll pay a lot more.
No. I'm not. It's a masterwork.
Is it though?
I'll initial the back.
Okay, we're just going to fake the signature in gold.
No, Da Vinci didn't sign things. Like, that was this modern invention in art. But I'll initial the back.
Okay.
Right? Wouldn't you want, I'll put my Twitter handle
Yes.
in gold finger paint.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Let's do that. Can we it's right there. Oh. It's very good for our listeners. But we have a YouTube show.
Yes.
I mean, when I say YouTube show, we have this entire podcast on YouTube with a few extras, and you can see this sign that I'm holding up, which is essentially the Salvator Mundi of our podcast.
Absolutely. Our magnum opus.
So yeah,
We've solved it.
absolutely, and it doesn't really. I mean, the scuba diving equipment isn't too bad. It's like
Yeah.
€600
Okay.
per kit,
Yeah.
so that adds up to like 1,200 in total. €40 for the Tupperware.
Yeah.
I mean, it couldn't find Tupperware to fit those exact dimensions,
Right.
But I believe it's just a matter of knowing the right dimensions and knowing the metric volume
Yeah.
of the painting.
Which can be worked out.
Yes,
Yeah.
certainly. So the yacht charter, that's something you looked up. That's €4,000. Gold body paint for ourselves is €40.
€40. I
Yes.
would have thought it'd be a lot more.
Oh no, right. We need. I'm sure we're going to need 2 kits, so it's 80. I do apologize to our bodies.
Fine.
Doing anything else? The cereal.
The cereal.
I think we can get cereal for
20.
20, yeah.
And milk.
And milk.
Yeah.
We can get cheap milk. I mean, we're not drinking it.
Yeah.
No, we are. We are
long
for,
life.
for dinner.
That's true. Are we just living off the cereal for like the 2-3 days we have to sit in there?
You think it's going to be 2 or 3 days?
It might be.
Oh,
Be
God.
prepared.
Yeah, okay. We should get a lot of cereal then.
Yeah.
So let's invest
$40
another 200.
$200 of
Yes.
cereal. All right. Then we better get various types though, otherwise we're gonna get sick and tired of one type.
Also, we might get scurvy.
We will.
So that's 5,200, 5,400, 5,520 euros.
That's the invest.
Yes.
It's come on. I mean, the whole time we were like being really cheap about this and being
Yes.
like, we can't spend 15 million on a golden horse.
That's what you get for being too cheap, I reckon.
Right?
Yeah.
So we've gone like full cheap.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel a bit bad. I mean, also because we make like $500 million US.
And we have a lot of fun on this one, I feel.
Yeah.
And we get to meet amazing people. I mean...
Yeah, like Robert Koch.
Yeah. Robert Koch sounds amazing.
Abramovich, just to rub it in.
Yeah.
That he's not getting the painting.
No, he's not. He misses out. I mean, he's bummed. And I mean, Robert Koch, you better know, like, we're coming for your boat, mate. Like, we're coming for your
absolutely.
boat.
100%. Like a T-Rex for another dinosaur.
Oh, it's great. We can get Sam Neill
like
on that
a
one.
T-Rex for a goat, yes.
So that's it.
Jurassic Park. Yeah, absolutely. I believe this site is solved.
Yeah.
I mean, again, we probably could have
Spend more money,
but
but
it's
wait,
fine.
sometimes it's also good to spend little.
Yes,
We're
true.
also an economical podcast.
Yes, and just to make a counterpoint to Mohammed bin Salman,
Yes.
who got this painting for 450 million, just so, just to prove a point. Now it's on his boat. Okay, yeah, that's been our show. That's how this usually goes. Although usually I'm not quite as tired, so I do apologize. But where can the good people of the internet find you?
The good people on the internet can find me on Instagram. They can actually find me on Instagram now because I will be making my profile public again. It's a huge step, but I'm going to do it. I know,
Okay,
it's a huge
good.
step for me. So they can find me at the Oscar Brown.
I am at SM Weisbach on Twitter, on Facebook, on what's the other thing? Instagram. Jesus Christ, I'm so sorry. I'm really falling apart. I'm so sorry. We are at How Do I Rob This on socials. You find How Do I Rob This wherever you find your podcasts. You find it on YouTube, even though this video is going to be a bit late. Promise that.
And send us suggestions if you want
Yes.
us to steal something that you own.
Yeah, or just anything.
Just
you know?
suggestions.
Just or feedback. You know, send us a nice review. Recommend us to your friends, to your enemies. Whatever you like, whatever you're into. We're not judging.
And you, my friend, have to go to bed now.
Oh, I 100% do. I'm just looking for
A catchy good night.
poignant send off, but I can't. I'm sorry. So yeah,
Salvator Mundi.
He's doing the gesture.
Thank you.
He's
And good night.
2 fingers up the arsehole and cradling a ball.
I'm glad I gave it to you in the end.
Thank you. Oh boy.
Oh, okay. Thank you.